about your appearance and about your hair. I was upset this much, but not really, because unfortunately all my life I've had to deal with people that have had that mentality. There's certain people that will never understand. I was upset because he just kept like digging into it with the Nutella Queen. It's annoying the fact that I feel as if I always have to defend myself, defend my race, defend my looks, defend my throat, whether it's my Afro puff. My hair doesn't define me. My hair is just part of me. Look at me now. I'm still Amara Negra. The hair that grows out of my hair is an Afro, period. So if I want to wear it a certain type of way, that shouldn't affect who I am as a person or my music.
I obviously didn't articulate myself. When I say Afro, when she said, oh, my hair grows an Afro, it actually grows curly. Like, it's not an Afro. Is that the name of that, of hair that grows an Afro? It's curly hair, right? Isn't it just curly hair?
Well,
I'm not trying to...
the more he talks, the more he digs himself.
I just don't understand how it is. It is what it is. I said it the wrong way, and I apologize for that. But it wasn't my intention.
It wasn't.
And I got caught up in the emotion.
Because even now,
but I can't finish it straight now. Let her speak it out to me.
Done, and you still didn't sit down to with Afro Latinos. And not only that, but you have a website selling Afro Papi, Afro Mommy t-shirts. On top of that, you mocked me.
I'm trying to rep the cause. I ain't never heard of no Afro Latinos. Okay, well, we are Afro Latinos then now. Let's do the Afro Latino move.
You're still sitting here.
I'm not the only one that's going everywhere like, what is this? Ain't nobody heard of that before. Because everybody's going crazy off like of skin complex colorism. I didn't like that to me. I don't
Colorism
see no difference between anybody.
What are you saying?
My dad's black, my mom's white. That's to me. So you're super Spanish. You only speak Spanish. You don't hang out in the black community like that. You don't be in like.
Okay. It doesn't seem like you know the difference between race, nationality, and ethnicity. And you being Hispanic and you saying your dad is black and I'm speaking to you and you saying that your mom is white. The thing is, black
color.
people.
They're both Spanish, but they're black white.
Well, I'm the same way. My parents are both black and they're born in Cuba, but they're of African descent. African Latino means that we're of African descent. Black African people weren't just dropped off in America. They were dropped off everywhere.
You want to go deeper than that? That goes really deep. That goes really deep.
You don't know. Our ancestors are from Africa.
Of course. Everybody's from Africa if you want to go there. What do you know? What are you talking about? Oh, you're in race the guys from Africa if you want to go there.
You guys
talking about it. I'm done talking about that.
We're going to switch gears because we're not going to get anywhere with this. Okay.
That was about 10 months ago on the Love and Hip Hop little finale thing. So Fula coming at you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. So in this video, man, I kind of want to talk about like why like you know, the likes of Amara, Negra, and Juju should actually use their you know, their, how should I put it, their reality TV stardom to kind of like educate people, to kind of do like you know, a show. Like the guy talking, I guess his name's Young Hollywood. I think he's Latin as well. He says, you know, as you heard, that his parents are, one is black, one is white, but I guess by nationality they're Latin American, and by culture they're Latin American. Now, you know, man, I'm just going to speak from a personal perspective, man. When I first came to America and adopted and assimilated and things like that, well, I won't say assimilated, but when I adopted, because I don't assimilate with this culture, you know. I stay in my lane and just do me and stay out the way, you know. But anyhow, when I got here, man, I'm gonna say it. The first ones to kind of like take me under the wing, besides my other Africans, you know, were like a contingent of Afro-Caribbeans and Afro-Latinos. You know, I mean, you know, they came in different shades, different, you know, hairstyles and stuff like that. And then when you talk to them, man, and you find out, like, they're like, damn, we're going through the same things. I'm not going to lie and say that I was like knowledgeable of like Afro Latino stuff, coming here, or Afro-Caribbean stuff coming here. I mean, I had to like read a couple of books to find out like, damn, like they had it like we did too. Because I mean, if you understand the history, like the whole thing with colonialism is not only does it strip you of like your resources, not only does it strip you of your culture, not only does it strip you of your dignity, but it also strips you of your love of self. And we're still going through that right now. I mean, you look at places like Senegal, places like Nigeria, you see skin bleaching a lot. I mean, you even see women taking certain pills, man, so their babies turn out more lighter skin, endangering themselves in the process. You see, like, unfortunately, these European sex tourists who go to our countries and they find like young bucks and get their rocks off with them. You see European, like these old women, these old men, they marry these young girls and boys in the promise of giving them visas, papers to work in Europe. That's what usually happens most of the time. And learning about the Latin experience on things was very eye-opening too, man. I mean, you have families and, I've talked to many Dominicans who said like, when they first, and they could be my hue, they could be my exact hue. They said like, when I came over their houses and stuff, they were like, they were like, it's a first. My parents really, really liked you more than anybody that I brought to the house. And I'm like, well, why is that? They're like, well, you don't act like the typical black person. I'm like, well, what's the typical black person? And then I'm confused because the parents be black as me, or even sometimes blacker. I'm like, what is going on here? What's up? And then like you talk to different ones, and like for example, like I was talking to a Puerto Rican, and this was a minute, like this was like, I think I was like I was in Miami at the time. I talked to a Puerto Rican, and my hair, I guess you can say is like wavy. And he was like, yo, you Puerto Rican, man? I'm like, nah, I'm African, man. I'm from West Africa. He's like, well, you look Puerto Rican to me, man. You don't look African. And then I was like, well, you look African to me, man. And he's like, no. Me no African, me no black. Me Puerto Rican. I'm like, oh, well, what is Puerto Rican? Ain't it a mixture of like, indigenous African and European culture? Aren't you guys just mixed anyway? And so, the point I'm trying to bring home is that like across the board, black people everywhere, we suffer the same things. Like we suffer from the same like situations, just like a different way of just like a different way of it going down. Like, I mean, I've heard like Latin, like, like for example, a mestizo Latin, they may say something like, I got to get a gringo. My parents want me to get a gringo because they want me to like get rid of this they don't want my baby to have brown skin or anything like that. And I've heard a lot of stuff, man. So, you know, this goes back to the point, man. Amara, Negra, and Juju, I mean, I don't know if they're on speaking terms. I don't know what the issues, if they have any issues, but they really need to make a show, man, and educate people on these things. I mean, they really need to do that. I mean, they have to change the narrative and step away from these reality shows, man, because all I gotta say is these reality shows are like baseless shows. Like, I mean, what do these shows show? Like, what kind of things do they, what kind of information do these shows give that is going to be beneficial? Like, the thing is, man, if you have a platform, man, and you have a big audience, you gotta take advantage of that, man, and use that for a good thing. For real. Like, you have to do that. And I think, you know, honestly, if those two had a show together, if those two had a spin-off show together, then it would be a good look. I mean, I would say the plot doesn't have to necessarily be like their daily lives, what they do in their daily lives. I mean, maybe they just want to do a talk show and invite like notable Afro Latinos on the show, man, so they can have more visibility, so people can know that they're out there like that, and it would be a good look, man. I mean, that's just what I feel about the situation. I mean, you guys let me know what you think. You know, am I reaching, or do I have something here? Just want to make a short video about that. Off until the next one, guys. Enjoy.